Can you upgrade an RTX 3070 to 16 gigabytes using 20 Gbps memory modules? That's exactly what this customer wanted. But what I found inside this GPU nearly ruined everything. Let me show you what happened. Hi, my name is Fraser and welcome to GPU Solutions. In today's video, I'll be working on an ASUS TUF RTX 3070 that came in for memory upgrades to 16 gigabytes. But the customer had a special request. He wanted 20 Gbps memory modules installed. This was something I hadn't done before, so I took it as an opportunity to find out if such an upgrade could even work. As I carefully examined the GPU, I noticed it was packed with thermal putty, especially around the core and memory modules. This isn't a good practice, and I'll explain why in a bit. The customer also mentioned that he had applied PTM to the GPU core. Before I began any upgrade, I needed to make sure the card was stable and working properly. There's no point in upgrading a faulty GPU. So I installed it on my test bench, booted into Windows, and installed the drivers. I ran FurMark and the GPU temperatures stabilized at 65 degrees Celsius on the core and 77 degrees on the hotspot. I wanted to see if we could improve those thermals later with fresh paste and pads. I also ran benchmarks to establish a baseline. In Superposition, the GPU scored 11,380. On 3D Mark Nomad, it scored 3,198, and on Speedway 3,533. Once I confirmed the GPU was stable, I began the disassembly process to prepare for the memory swap. When I removed the cooler, I found the thermal putty stuffed around the GPU core and the memory chips. This is not ideal. It's practically inviting memory and core issues over time. I carefully removed the putty from around the core and memory, brushed off the remnants, and cleaned the area thoroughly with isopropyl alcohol. But as you will see soon, surface cleaning wasn't just enough. I powered on the preheater, applied flux around the memory modules, and protected the GPU core with a tin shield. Using hot air at 420 degrees Celsius with 60% airflow, I began removing all the existing memory chips. After removal, I inspected the boards and sure enough, the thermal putty had crept under the memory modules. This is exactly why thermal putty should never be used near BGA chips. If the putty goes underneath, it can lift pads or break connections over time. Unleaded solder becomes prone to cracking, and the putty can help forming gray pads, causing random memory errors or even core issues. This isn't a question of if it will happen, it's a matter of when. In this case, you can see that even the edge pads had residue. And on GPUs like the 3080, 3090, or even the 4090, where memory modules sit much closer to the core, putty like this could force you to lift the entire core just to fix memory errors. Thankfully, on the 3070, the memory modules are spaced out. So I carefully cleaned the PCB pads again using isopropyl alcohol, applied flux, and removed the old solder to prepare the board. Now the PCB looks much better and ready for the upgrade. It was time to install the 20 gigabits per second modules and find out whether they would work. I applied flux to the memory pads and the PCB, aligned each memory module carefully, and used hot air at 420 degrees Celsius and 60% airflow to solder them in place, one by one. After the board cooled down, I mounted it back on the test bench and ran mats to verify memory installation. Mats passed, which was a good sign. It meant the memory was installed correctly. Next, I needed to align the straps so BIOS could recognize the 16 GB memory modules. On ASUS boards, the straps are found near the crystal oscillator. From the top, it's strap 2, then strap 0, and strap 1 at the bottom. The correct configuration for 16GB modules is strap 2 and strap 1 should be set to high, and strap 0 should be set to low. A high strap means the resistor is connected to 1.8 volts, and low means it's grounded. Since I wasn't modifying the BIOS, I needed the correct strap values to let the board detect the memory timings natively. I applied flux using a soldering iron to apply leaded solder for easier melting, and then use hot air to move the resistor into the correct position. After that, I cleaned the flux using isopropyl alcohol. I ran mats again and it passed, which means that the new configuration was working. I cleaned the PCB around the core and memory modules, but I left the putty near the VRM and coils intact as it would still be useful in those areas. I cleaned the cooler, installed new 2mm soft thermal pads on the memory modules, applied fresh thermal paste and reassembled the GPU. Now came the big test. I installed the GPU and booted the system. It showed the Windows logo, but then it either crashed or went to a black screen. I tried multiple times, but simply it didn't work. And that confirmed it. 20 Gbps modules won't work if the BIOS has timings written only for 14 Gbps memory modules. I contacted the customer and explained the situation, since shipping it back to the US without any upgrades would be pointless. I offered to install 16 Gbps memory modules instead. He agreed, so I repeated the entire process, this time using the 2GB 16 Gbps memory chips. Since the procedure is exactly the same, I won't repeat it here to avoid boring you. Once the 16 Gbps memory modules were installed, I reassembled the GPU, installed it on the test bench, and ran mats again. It passed. I booted to Windows and confirmed that the drivers were installed correctly. Everything was working fine. To ensure stability, I went into the Nvidia control panel and changed the power management mode to prefer maximum performance. I opened GPU-Z and it was now registering 16 GB of memory. It's a success. I ran all the benchmarks again. I ran FurMark and the temperature was 62 degrees Celsius on the core and 72 degrees Celsius on the hotspot. I ran Superposition and the score was 11,289. 3D Mark Nomad, the score was 3,162 and Speedway at 3,425. The scores were slightly lower than the original test because the memory is still running at 14 Gbps. The BIOS doesn't know we've upgraded to 16 Gbps memory modules. However, on ASUS boards, these memory modules can safely be overclocked by 1000 to 1500 MHz using MSI Afterburner or any other overclocking tool. This can significantly boost your GPU performance. I'll create a dedicated video soon where I overclock the 16GB RTX 3070 to explore its full potential. Finally, I ran OCCT for 10 minutes to make sure the full memory pool was being used, and no errors were found. The upgrade is complete. This GPU is now working perfectly with 16 GB of memory and will be built and sent back to the customer. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your tech friends. You can also support the channel by becoming a member or by using the thanks button below. Your support really helps me continue making these videos. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now. Cheers.